Hey everyone, and welcome to the Fiscal Philosopher. Today we have an amazing video for you guys on whether you should pay off debt first or you should invest. As always, please like and subscribe. It helps us continue to make content like this, breaking down financial and economic concepts into easy to understand tidbits, as well as providing advice on how to save, invest, and spend your money wisely. Let's get right into the video. As a financial advisor, one of the first things people ask me is whether they should pay off debt or they should invest. This is one of the best questions someone can ask financially. It shows the first step in understanding that there are two sides to every balance sheet. It shows an understanding that there are debts and assets, and how do you balance them? How to weigh risk versus reward. A few broad points though. You have to make at least your minimum payments on your debts. Because then the answer to this question gets really simple. Pay off your debts. It's not worth investing for paying late fees and higher APRs and interest rates for not making your minimum payments. Also, the first part of these considerations are your personal life. Debt can cause you severe marital problems, as well as cause you to make hasty decisions. Think about how you would feel if you had just lost your job. Say you worked for Twitter, or Meta, or Amazon, and you still had to keep on making your debt payments. You would probably make pretty hasty decisions about where to be employed next, and not wait for the best opportunity. Personal finance is mostly about how people act. It's behavioral rather than mathematical. It's not always about the dollars and cents, or the money. It's often about creating habits that will lead to greater financial freedom and independence. For example, if your employer offers a 401k with a match, it would be foolish to give up on that match because that's literally free money. Also, the habit of constantly saving something from your paycheck will compound over time and lead to better financial decisions in the future. Another argument people give for the debt versus invest is that they can make the spread or the difference between investing their money and the amount they would pay in interest. Say you have a student loan at 6%, and you think, I can make 10% just by investing in the market. Why don't I invest in the market, make the 4% difference, and then pay off my student loans? The one thing missing from this argument is that there's a difference between a guaranteed rate of return and a possible rate of return. By paying off your debt, you are guaranteeing a rate of return of 6%. It means that you will have 6% more money to spend in the future. Market returns, on the other hand, can vary drastically. You could get 10% over time, but that could be a 20% down year or a 30% up year. You never know which one is gonna hit. At the end of the day, what it comes down to is suitability. Is something right for your particular situation? And to get to that, we have 4 basic questions which you can ask yourselves to determine whether you should pay off debt or whether you should invest. The first question you gotta ask is, what do you want to do with your money? This is a question only you can answer. What do you want? If you want to continue living the life of a consumer and push financial independence down the road, then keep on investing the money back into yourself. Don't pay off your debts. Debt is one of the biggest enemies of financial independence. If you want to be financially independent, you have to lower your costs. You have to lower your overall spending, which includes debts and money that you have already spent. Debt is the biggest enemy of financial independence because it causes you to spend more. So you have to decide for yourself, what are your goals for right now? Do you want to have the newest technology? Or do you want financial independence in the future? Only you can answer that. The next question is literally, what's your age? How old are you? Because how long you have to invest greatly determines how we are going to invest. If you are young, the benefits of compounding over a lifetime are way too good to give up on. Say you invested $6,000 a year in a Roth IRA into the S&P 500. From ages 21 to 65. When you retire, you will have $1.9 million tax-free, all on a contribution of $500 a month. Of course, debt is often at even higher interest rates and compounds even faster. But if you set up a hybrid plan where you both save and you pay off your debts, this could be really, really good for someone young. However, if you're older and you're closer to retirement age, having debts can put a big chink in your financial plan. One of the things you're trying to do when planning for retirement is lowering overall costs. Debt presents a tremendous overall cost for something that you aren't getting in the future, but rather have already gotten. Surprisingly, the third question is, do you know what you're even doing? As we have already said, paying off debts is a sure way of making money. If your idea of investing is putting all your money into the latest cryptocurrency, buying real estate because you bought some book online, you might want to check your risk tolerance. If you don't know what you're doing, get your guaranteed rate of return first. In other words, pay off your debt. In the meantime, learn how to invest, how to open a Roth IRA, what to invest in, what your goals are. And then, after you've paid off your debt and earned your guaranteed rate of return, start small. And then you can keep growing and investing from there. But investing when you don't know what you're doing is just unmitigated risk. It's the chances of losing way more than you have ever put in. The last question you have to ask yourself is, do you even have enough money to invest? Now, this is something I've mentioned before, and this isn't because I'm terribly risk averse or extremely conservative. But before you invest, you have to make sure you have an emergency fund. An emergency fund is your space between you and financial ruin. You need a fund for bad times, even though it might not make much sense on the surface. But having an emergency fund actually will make you, as an investor, more tolerable to risk. You will be more willing to accept risk if you know this doesn't affect your immediate financial future. You know you have time for the investments to grow. You don't need to sell them at a loss or a tax penalty. In fact, having an emergency fund is more important than even paying off debt. An emergency fund is truly the only thing that can keep you from going broke. In the end, the answer depends on you and what your situation is. Everyone's situation is different and they have different financial needs and goals. Just because you hear about something that works for something else, that might not be the answer for you. As we say a lot on this channel, suitability is the most important thing when discussing financial needs. Just because something works for someone else doesn't mean it will work for you. If you made it to the end of the video, thank you so much for watching. We hope you gained some insight on whether you should be spending money on paying down debt or investing right now. We thank you so much for watching, and please like and subscribe if you gained something. Stay tuned for the next video.